Hey guys, what's up? It's just Connor here. Hope you're having an amazing day as per usual. Now, in today's video, I want to talk about the one thing that prevented me from getting results or getting success in the make money online world or online world, whatever you want to call it, for a very, very, very long time. I'm going to talk about that here in a second, but the reason why I'm inspired to make this video is I've had 3 similar and same conversations with very young gentlemen from the YouTube channel that watch the YouTube videos very regularly that wanted to join the RSA community. And I'm going to talk about those situations here in a second. But first, before I start throwing some stones at them and making fun of those situations, I'm going to first make fun of myself because, again, I think it only makes sense. So to give you an introduction to my journey, if you're not aware already, I entered into wanting to make the I entered into the make money online space. It's a bit wordy there. Back when I was 16, so I'm 22 now. This is about 6 years ago. And when I first started on this journey, this trajectory, I saw one video from a really, really big dude who teaches you how to make your own marketing agency, right, back in the day. And so this opened my mind to the idea of like making money online, that it's possible, that you can do it, right, and all that type of stuff. And so I began my search. So for the next 2 years, what did I do? I bought maybe a couple $100 course here or there. And even though I had the money, I never fully committed. I never really invested in a mentor because why? Because of one thing, and that is ego, right? That's the one thing that prevented me from success for a very long time, because this is something that's very prevalent that I've found from youth. Right now, of course, I'm very young, right, 22, and yes, I still have these problems every single day. But the thing is that you don't know what you don't know, right? This is the quote that I always come back to. You are always learning. You're always a student. No matter how successful you become, there are always people that know how to do things better than you do, right? It's a really key thing. But back then, I decided that, again, I would rather waste time rather than money. I think there's this quote by Alex Mosey, and if you don't know who that is, he's worth over 9 figures, so his opinion is worth noting down, is that he said, even with all the achievements, all the accolades, all the money that he's accumulated, all the wealth up until now, he would much rather start from 18 complete scratch without all the things he's owned and achieved today, if he could get that time back. Now, what does that tell you? It tells you that even the most wealthy, rich entrepreneurs, the most achieved entrepreneurs, they would trade their time back for their money, right? So they would trade all their money in, all the stuff that they've achieved, all the stuff they've accumulated to get their time back. Because again, time is the number one resource that you guys cannot get back. I can't get that back. You can't get that back. Nobody can. It's a resource that is finite, but money is infinite. You can get more money. You can always get more money, but you can't get more time. And this is a mistake that I had for years and years and years. I watched hundreds of YouTube videos, probably thousands. I did every course you can imagine. I looked at all the stuff, but even though I had the money, I never invested in a mentor. And this is the problem that I want you guys to not, or the trap that I don't want you to fall into, is don't think you're better than you are, right? Don't let ego get in the way of you getting results. Don't let ego get in the way of you trading your time rather than money. If you have the funding together, if you have the resources together, invest in a mentor, guys. This is super, super important, right? And of course, pick the right mentor, absolutely. But again, the main premise goes is that I wasted a lot of time, a lot of energy, and even money by not investing in the right people and not actually making a full commitment. And going back now, I wish I just spent the money. Right? Because I was not an abundance, I was in a scarcity mindset. I was like, oh, well, I'm just not sure. It's too risky. This. And you may be thinking this. You may be watching my channel for a while and you're going, oh, I'm not too sure. It might be too risky, right? My question I'd ask to you is, what's more risky? Staying in the situation that you're in right now, maybe working 9 to 5, trying to figure this out on your own, right? Trial and error for weeks, months, if not years, wasting energy, time, money, versus risking an investment in the RSA or some type of mentor. I want you to pose that question to yourself and really think, what is more risky? I can tell you, right? What's more risky, staying in the same position that you're in right now? And so this brings me to the conversations that I spoke about earlier that I've had this month with a few gentlemen that wanted to join the RSA. all on the younger side of things. I think one was 19, one was 18. I think the other was also 19 as well. So all before 20, and all thinking the exact same thoughts that I thought when I was a much younger age, and even presented with the large scope of things, going, here's a problem you need to solve, here's the skills you need to develop, all the things you need to have, and seeing how far and wide the gap is. All three of these gentlemen sat there and told me at the end of the call and said, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to do this myself. And for me, I was honestly quite complexed, and I didn't quite understand at first upon reflection after these calls. But it makes sense, right? They're all thinking from ego. They think they can figure it out on their own. They would rather waste time than money. But if you're watching this video, I don't want that to be you, because I wish, looking back many years ago, that I just made that leap of faith. I just made that investment in myself. Because all the investments that I've made in myself, right? I haven't invested in stocks, crypto. I haven't invested in any of this stuff. I've invested in me. And as Alex Mosey, the man that I quoted before, says all the time, instead of investing in the S&P 500, invest in the S&Me 500. And I find that super, super incredibly important, because nothing else is quite going to give you the ROI, especially from a young age, to than that of investing in yourself, in your own skills, right? I've spent $120,000, $130,000 probably collectively now on education, training, courses, and experiences. And that has led to me do a bunch of things: exposure, networking, opportunities, connections, skills, right? So many things that I've developed that would have taken me a very, very long time to build and do. Yes, I could have done it on my own, but it would have taken me much, much longer, a lot more energy, and probably a lot more money in total, right? In the grand scheme of things. The opportunity cost that you have of not spending the money and investing the money into a mentor is actually usually greater and larger than the amount of opportunity cost you're losing. This is my last question that I'll pose to you, it's a powerful one, is how much money have you left on the table already, and how much are you continuing to leave on the table already by not investing in a mentor, by saying to yourself that you can figure it out on your own? Of course you can figure it out on your own, but it's going to take you much longer. What's worth it to you? What's more valuable, right? Your opportunity cost or the money in the given moment, right? It's a question I want you to pose to yourself. Now, if you're watching this and you had the call with me, really sit on these thoughts, right? Can you really figure this out yourself? Can you do this out on your own? I'm speaking to some specific individuals here. So I hope you know who you are. But yeah, this is super, super important, guys. So anyways, don't let that be you. Don't let ego prevent you from getting to where you want to be, because I know from a very young age the exact thoughts that are going through your head, because I felt the exact same way. I thought the exact same way. I thought, I'm young, I can waste my years. Sure, you can do that, but again, in hindsight, you're always going to waste money rather than time, because you can get money back, and you can't get your time back. So it's a super important thing to note there. So hopefully you got a key insight, a key lesson from this video. Hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one, guys.